Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Tonight's topic, currency wars. Sounds boring, right? Like something old guys in suits yell about on CNBC. But hold on to your monocles because this stuff actually affects you. Big time. So, what is a currency war? Imagine countries playing a giant game of my economy is bigger than yours. One way they do this, messing with their currencies, they try to make their money worth less compared to other countries. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. A weaker currency makes your exports cheaper. So everyone wants to buy your stuff. It's like a sale at Walmart, but for entire countries. More exports mean more jobs and a happier economy. At least that's the theory. The problem is, it's a very dangerous game. One country tries to weaken its currency, and others retaliate. Suddenly, you've got a full-blown currency war. And trust me, nobody wins in a war. Now, you might think this currency war business is a new thing, some fancy, newfangled economic theory cooked up by Wall Street fat cats. But guess what? It's been going on for centuries. Take the Great Depression, for example. Back in the 1930s, countries were desperate to get their economies going again. So, what did they do? You guessed it, currency shenanigans. They devalued their currencies left and right, hoping to boost exports. Did it work? Nope. In fact, it made things worse. It led to trade wars, protectionism, and a whole lot of economic misery. See a pattern here? Fast forward to the 1970s, and we had another currency kerfuffle. The Bretton Woods system, which had kept currencies stable for decades, collapsed. It was like the Wild West of finance, with countries manipulating their currencies like there was no tomorrow. Okay, so we've established that messing with currencies is a bad idea. You'd think we'd have learned our lesson by now, right? Wrong. In our super-duper globalized world, currency wars are more common than ever. Just look at China. They've been accused of keeping their currency, the yuan, artificially low for years. This makes Chinese goods super cheap, which is great for them, but not so much for their trading partners. And it's not just China. Japan, the United States, and the Eurozone have all been accused of playing the currency manipulation game. It's like a giant game of economic chicken, with everyone hoping the other guy blinks first. The problem is, this constant currency tension creates a lot of uncertainty in the global economy. Businesses don't know what their costs will be, investors get spooked, and consumers end up paying the price. Section 4. A looming storm. The potential for future currency crises. So, what happens if this currency madness continues? Well, it's not going to be pretty. We could be headed for a full-blown currency crisis. Imagine a world where currencies are fluctuating wildly, trade grinds to a halt, and the global economy goes haywire. Sounds fun, right? But it's not just a theoretical possibility. We've seen it happen before. Remember the Asian financial crisis in the late 1990s? Or the more recent Eurozone debt crisis? Both were exacerbated by currency imbalances and competitive devaluations. And here's the kicker. In our interconnected world, a crisis in one part of the globe can quickly spread like wildfire. One minute, everything's hunky-dory. The next, we're all knee-deep in economic chaos. Section 5. Navigating the currency battlefield. Strategies for a turbulent future. Okay, so the future of the global economy might seem a bit bleak right now, but don't despair just yet. There are things we can do to mitigate the risks of currency wars and prepare for a more turbulent future. First off, we need to get serious about international cooperation. Countries need to stop trying to game the system and work together to create a more stable and predictable global financial order. Easier said than done, I know, but hey, a guy can dream, right? Second, we need to diversify our economies. Relying too heavily on exports makes us vulnerable to currency fluctuations. We need to develop a more balanced approach that emphasizes domestic demand and innovation. Finally, and this is probably the most important one, we need to educate ourselves. The more we understand about currency wars and their potential consequences, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the choppy waters ahead. Section 6. Currency wars, a call to awareness and action. So there you have it, currency wars. Not just a boring topic for economists anymore. They're a real and present danger to the global economy, and they affect all of us. The good news is, we're not powerless. By understanding the risks and taking steps to prepare, we can weather the storm and build a more stable and prosperous future. So the next time you hear some talking head on TV rambling about currency wars, don't just change the channel. Pay attention, because this stuff matters. It matters a lot. And that's it for tonight. I'm John Oliver, and I'm off to go invest in some gold bullion and canned goods, just in case.